What is up,
What's going
everybody?
on?
Here we
Hey, how you doing?
are. Heck yeah.
We got Andrew, C Dubs, Crones and Crawlers, Roger Long.
Heck yeah. 10 people.
10 watching. Well, what we got planned for tonight is we're going to put lights in my Ultra Brew. And I already started so I could make sure I knew what the hell I was doing. There it is. You can see a couple bulbs in there. And then the wiring bunches up. And I kind of bunched it together and hit it with some hot glue just so it's stable. And then I brought it down and across and back up. And I'll be joining two more lights together. As you see, I've broke it down to just 2 leads now instead of 4 leads. So I connected those 2 lights together, ran it over. We'll be connecting these 2 together, joining them with these 2 leads so that we'll have one final lead straight to your receiver. And what we're going to do, all you people who threw out your old burned out servos, you're going to be bumming because this is an old burned out servo. We're going to cut this lead off, and then we're going to splice it into this wiring. And this is what's going to plug into your receiver. Recycled parts. Good to go.
Yeah.
So I want to run down a list of supplies that you need when you're going to be soldering. You can get away with less, maybe, if you know what you're doing and you're good. Everything I'm going to be listing here is going to help you to pull off a good soldering job. So first off, soldering iron, obviously. There's anything from the hardware special, plug it in and it gets hot, to digitally controlled temperature and all that. You can spend a lot of money or a little bit of money. What do you need? That's up to you. I'm not going to tell you. I get by on something in the middle right now because it works for me. I've gotten by on shittier soldering irons, So decide what you want. Solder. You need solder. You can get it in a little pen like this where it's all coiled up. You just pull it out. You come in, or you can get the spool and just cut you off a chunk and hold it. There's solder that is lead free, and then there's solder that has lead. I don't know. It depends on how you feel about working with lead, I guess. Usually I just use the lead free, then I ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
Flux. It's an acid. It's a real mild acid, but this is what I like to use, the Odie. It's a liquid. Just pour a little in a cup. I've got this little thing that I just dab in, and you're just going to want a little drip as you come in, and you're just going to put it on your wire as you, wow, look at that. That's a nice setup there, Jason.
That is an Amazon special. Somebody asked what soldering iron I use. One of us uses. So
well, I've got a Schneider. Let me see if I can even get you a view of it over there. Oops. What am I seeing? Right over here.
Ooh, that's a nice one too, Jim.
It's not too bad.
Heck yeah.
It works pretty good for me. I don't know. It cost me maybe like 100 or 120 or something like that, maybe. I don't really remember, to be honest. I'm guessing. Totally guessing. Flux, like I said, you want the liquid.
Yeah. Thanks, Kenny. Kenny Bell just gave us a shout out.
Hell yeah, man. I love your comment.
36 people.
Damn, we're rocking already.
Heck yeah.
Well, welcome, everybody. Those of you who just joined, we're going to be doing a soldering and light tutorial. I'm going to be putting lights in my Ultra Brute. Started a little bit already. Oh, damn hood closed. Uh-oh. Ah. Started putting one set in here and then ran the wiring around. I broke it down to just 2 leads instead of the 4. And then we'll hook in these 2 and we'll break it down to just 2 leads going to the battery. Like I said, we're going to be using old Servo lead.
Heck yeah.
What's
Not
up?
to interrupt, but GNCRC just sent a bunch of people over from his live stream. Thanks, man. That is awesome.
Thank you, Corey, man. Thank you so much. What's next? Oh, okay. We talked about flux, that it's an acid. And be sure when you're dealing with that, not to get it on your skin. It's a mild acid, but it will burn you. It'll be real itchy and whatnot. Tip tinner is the next thing that I want to. Where'd it go? Oh, you got to be shitting me.
What did we say before we went live?
Oh, I had it here, man. I did.
We have 8 minutes left and we're ready to go.
Yeah, huh? I know. Stabbed myself in the foot, huh? Well, I'm not seeing it. I don't know where it's probably got knocked on the floor or something.
Yeah, did it fall on the floor?
I don't know. Shit. I'm not going to look for it. I don't need it because my tip is already tinned. What it is it's a little tin of this stuff that there's a mixture of some metals. It's got some of the flux mixed in. And what it does is that acid will etch your metal and allow the solder to bite and make the bond. Your tip tinner, what it does is it makes your tip nice and shiny. It bonds the solder to it, and it allows for a efficient transfer of the heat is the whole point. The next thing we've got here on my list is a mesh cleaner. I like to use this, and you just stick your tip of your soldering iron in here like that, and it cleans it off when you get crap built up. You'll know what I mean once you start soldering. Helping hands, one of these is really essential because you're going to be you don't have 5 hands. You need to hold everything in place and then come in with your soldering iron and your solder, make it nice and simple. Shrink tube, got to have your shrink tube. And always remember, before you start to solder anything together, where is my shrink tube? Do I need shrink tube to cover this? Can I get it on after I solder? Or do I need to put it in place ahead of time, solder, and then pull it into place? So make sure that you don't make that mistake. A mini torch for your shrink tube so you can shrink it up. Hot glue. You seen I've ran the wire along here. I use some hot glue to secure it into place. And let's see, alligator clips. You have these on here, but always having a small clamp of some kind. And in this case, what I did was I used these to clamp and hold my lights into place while the glue set. So they're not going to pop out of there on me. And then, well, that's all your supplies that you really need to get this job done. You don't need all of that if you know what you're doing, or even if you don't know what you're doing, but you can struggle through. Solder and a soldering iron, you can get there. All this other stuff really helps make it a lot easier. So I guess, is there any questions? Are you monitoring?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people saying hi. What up, Jim? All that.
What's going on, everybody? Love you guys for showing up. Thank you. Yeah. I hope I can pull this off. I think I know what I'm talking about tonight.
Kenny said no problem, or not Kenny. CNC said no problem. We're one community. So,
yes, we are.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of love going around today on the groups and stuff. Just people reaching out to each other, helping each other with, just things on their mind or whatnot.
I was on talking earlier to brain fart. to Kenny. Yeah, I was talking to Kenny, and
Okay.
he was getting some slack on a post he put on Facebook, and I just said to him, I generally don't listen to people on Facebook only because it seems to me, in my experience, that there's a lot of slack and negativity on the Facebook chats. So I tend to kind of steer away from them unless it's somebody I'm really familiar with, like from YouTube. But yeah, I generally tend to stay away from the Facebook chat. But
I I don't go outside of the RC groups on Facebook. That's the only reason I ever got on Facebook in the first place was for RC. The main two groups I hang out in is the RC Cars and Stoners and Micro RC 420, Dave's group there. And man, everybody in those groups is awesome. Everybody is nice to each other. Everybody cares about each other. Everybody helps each other. Um, it's a really good couple of groups, and I've never had too many issues. I've never had any issues that I can remember.
yeah,
I can understand what I've heard from other people talking about, not just outside the RC community, but even other groups in the RC community. Yeah, you can get some jerks, I guess.
yeah,
I guess we got all the good people. We're
yeah,
probably mostly because we're stoners.
yeah. I have to admit, out of granted, you, I'm still fairly small. But I mean, 1,200 subscribers isn't nothing to stick your nose up at. I mean, shit, that's pretty sweet as far as I'm concerned. But I am
That's
really
awesome.
thankful for every one of you guys because I have yet to get a dislike or a negative comment on all the stuff that I put on. And I am just so thankful for that. That is just absolutely awesome.
Now, I don't see that you got anything for anybody to comment bad about. Do you guys? I don't.
Heck yeah. That just means the world. But okay, so
So, we going to get back to this?
yes, I am
All right.
going to get myself set up here.
Well, let me get a drink. Cheers, everybody.
Uh,
Stone Gym time again.
yeah. I really appreciate it, guys. I really do. Heck
Double
yeah.
A day. There's no need for negativity. That's right.
I literally just read that comment. Heck yeah.
Same mind. Anyway, so I can show you the lights that I've already got in here, and I can show them to you on. Let me tilt this. Oh, no, what happened? Uh-oh.
You're good on my end.
I just lost my video feed somehow. What did I do wrong?
You're still coming through on me. Nope, now you're gone. We lost you guys. He'll be back. But I am working on, so Jim gave me a measurement and I'm bad at visualizing my measurement and I'm not about ready to break out a ruler, but he said about 3/16 of an exposed wire is what you want to work with. So I think I have that. So yeah, there he is. Let's get him back. Bam.
There we are. Yeah, this is why I don't touch my screen because then I touch it and bad things happen.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was going to show you these lights that I've got in here. If we just stick the negative in there and positive in here. Oh, boom. There you go. I got two bulbs. So then what I like to do, what I did there is I come out about an inch or so off of the shrink tube. You want a good set of side cutters. I forgot to mention these in my list of things you're going to need, but pretty much all of you should have these. Scary, huh? Uh-oh. Now you want, and this is something else I forgot, a pretty sharp razor blade. I've got a whole drawer of them. I order them by the hundreds, and because we use them. And you're just going to come back like about 3/16 or so, just enough, maybe a quarter if you're comfortable with that short. And you're not going to press real hard. You're just going to roll this insulation on the blade and just weaken that a little bit, enough. And that wasn't enough. Normally I'd do this in my magnifying glass so I could see better, but you guys need to see what I'm doing too. Just take that blade and just roll it on there gently. Be patient about it. You don't want to rush this, because if you do, you'll cut right through that wire like nothing. There. So now you can see I've exposed the wire. Now you're going to do the other one, same way. There's the blade. You just roll it on there, pressing the wire to the blade, not the blade to the wire.
Yeah. So why is that on there? Let's get rid of that.
And that one's clear now too. Get a feel for it after a couple.
What I use are these. They're not the best for stripping wire, but I've used them enough. I'm used to using them. I know my limits, but it does have a little gauge on it that you can set your gauge of your wire to. Again, I don't even have it set to a gauge. As you can see, there's like no hole in there. I know how I feel when it breaks through that wire that it's good, and then I just boop, rip it off.
And if you're good with that and you're used to those, and that's a great way to work with them. I use the blade just because I got used to it over the years. Right. Long before I could afford to even buy a set of wire strippers. Just when I was young, yeah. And I just got that feel with the razor blade, and this stuff is so thin. It really is. So you really do have to be pretty gentle with it and delicate with it. So now that I have one, now we got to do the other one. So I'm not even going to comment on this. I'm just going to do it real quick. And of course, the shorter you can make these and function and whatnot. I mean, if you could strip it right back here, and you're comfortable with that, you're going to save yourself wire, space that the wire takes up. I always like to leave myself slack because I fuck up. Plain and simple. Give myself a little room. Matter of fact, on that set, while I was doing this, I pressed too hard and went. I mean, it doesn't take anything to just cut these right off. So, that's why I give myself some slack. So, you got these done. Now what are you going to do with them? Well, your helping hands. That's what this is for. And you need to keep this wire that you cut off, because that's your jumpers and everything you're going to need there. So you're going to come in here. And with these alligator clips, they will bite, but they're not going to cut through. Just, be gentle when you put them in there. You don't want it right up tight up against there. Get it out there so you can work. And you bring them together. Get them right up to each other. And what I like to do is just gently, I mean, you don't twist them up hard, but just join, just a little gentle twist to bring them together. I'm not giving it a reef and locking them down. I'm just doing it so that they hold. We're going to allow the solder to do our work for us. So I take my this stuff, because of the way it is, and you can't really access it in the bottle, pour a little in the cup. It's not such an acid that it's going to eat through plastic or anything like that. It's very mild. I've got it on my fingers. I just wipe it on my pants, and it doesn't really burn me, but you know, like I've had it touch the inside of my arm, like on here. Yeah, you feel a little burning sensation. And all you really want to do is you're just looking to have enough on here to just a drip, really. I'm barely putting any on there, but that's all you want, is just enough to soak it. Come in here with your soldering iron. Oh, shit. See, now I moved it.
Yeah.
So let me put it back together. And
Jim, when we was spring chickens.
Who's that?
Richie. Yeah, spring chickens, was able to see good, but now that we are just old roosters, we need a little help.
Oh, he's probably talking about how I said about using my magnifying glass. See?
Yeah.
Or would you rather see that?
Here, Balloon Billy.
All right, so let's get back to this. All right, I got them twisted together again. We'll get some. Where did I put my tool? Uh-oh.
Since you reminded me.
There we go. You might have seen that good drip. I don't know. It's on there now, though. All right. So we're going to do it again. So what you want to do when you're going to solder. Now, you've already got your tip tinned and that. Put a little solder on here. And there. Now it melted. You seen that? There it goes. And that's what you want. It allows it to melt. Now you got a little pool of solder on that tip. You're going to come in from below because heat rises, right? Let's set this so you can see it and so can I. And you got this little pool of solder on top of there, and you're going to come in from the bottom, starting at the back near the insulation. Bring it on up, and you see that? And you work your way on out, and you saw how I tracked from the insulation out. And that's it. You're done. That's soldered together. You'd play hell to pull that apart now. And that's the whole idea, right? That's what we're doing. So, can you see I don't know, can you see that it's nice and shiny and pretty? That's the solder. It has now bonded those two wires together. And you're just going to do the same thing again with the blacks. And you're like, well, wait, where's that going? It don't go anywhere. Well, we'll get to that after we put them together. Some of you might be wondering, well, why not just cut one off and then just put the short onto the long? Why make yourself an extra step? Well, if you could explain to me how to strip back enough of that insulation to make a little gap that I could wrap that wire and solder it, I'd be all for that if we could come up with an easy way to do that. This is just easier from my point of view, the way I see doing this stuff. Just cut them off, strip them, put them together. Once this is together like this, you can see how sturdy and strong that is. It's solid. So now what we'll do is we'll put it in there. We'll bring in a piece of this jumper. We'll do it up the same way we did this. We'll put them together. And so we're going to do the blacks. We'll get this done. Then we can put those jumpers on. Or, well, if y'all are getting bored with this, we could just jump to putting the jumper on, and then you pretty much have it all. Or I can give you I planned on giving you the whole installation.
Yes, I do believe you can remove solder the same way you put it on. You heat it back up again, and as soon as it melts, you can pull them apart.
Exactly. If you were in that situation where you wanted to take these two back apart, what you could do in there is you'd have it in the hands there, and you could just bring up any piece of metal, a blade, whatever, and you could just put it between the two wires, heat it, and pull, and then they'll come apart. Or you could maybe take the two wires just in your hands, put it on the soldering iron, and pull it apart. something along those lines. I guess we'll let you guys decide how far you want to go in this one with me. I can give you the full show, or if you're getting bored with it.
Very cool.
I can finish showing you. I mean, basically, I was showing you how to solder now. You put a little.
I like to because of my helping hands. Oh, another thing that I might add. I'm having this. I'm using a really old freaking thing of solder.
Battery.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to get out and get some solder. But anyway, so I have borrowed my helping hands, and I've never soldered before. Like, well, I have, but a long time ago. And some of these needle holder things have teeth on them. A lot of you guys might know, but when you heat the wire up, it can go through the loom. So what I did is I just shrink wrapped them. Put some shrink wrap on each tip, and that will supposedly prevent that from happening. Jared, my buddy Jared, who lent me these, told me about that. So yeah, thought that was a little tidbit I'd throw in there.
Yeah, and that's a great idea. You can see if you look real close on mine. Well, maybe you can't. I can see it. It puts a dent in the insulation. But if you look closely and you move it around and you pull on it, there's no breach. And I've never run across that problem. I've messed around with this stuff, soldered lots of stuff. It is a good idea what Jason's saying. And if you can cover them in some way, that's another precaution to take. Like I said, I haven't run across that problem. I never really thought about doing what Jason said. Now that he mentions it, I probably will in the future put something on there, just because you can tear this stuff up. Just because I haven't doesn't mean you won't. And that's just the way life is, ain't it? Now, when you put this together, you're going to want to put them together. You could do it like that, where they're like this, or you can come out straight out from it.
That's what I'm doing. I'm coming straight out.
And there's reasons to do that either which way, you know. On the first set of lights, you would want to go ahead and tuck it back, because it's going to run back to the grill and down and across to these lights. These lights are going to come out from here to a plug that is going to get plugged in. So it wouldn't make as much sense to have run it back and then have to pull it back this way. So think about your orientation when you're doing these. And now, this is one of those points where you want to think shrink tube. Okay, well, you'll still be able to slide it on from this end. So you can go ahead and put this together and not worry about shrink tube. Same with when you were doing these, you were just joining them, so you weren't worried about covering them yet. I always give wires a little, and I mean just a little mild twist. I don't reef down, I just gently grip and give a little twist and pull outward, just so it coils those together and keeps everything uniform and clean. And you're going to put this one in. You bring these together.
Yeah, so resistors do that. They lower the voltage. A lot of these lights can't handle the full
7.2.
7.2. So the resistors, and there's different levels, and they should state on the package when you go out and buy them as to the reduction level that they create. So you just want to make sure that the resistor that you attach to the light has the proper reduction rate, so that when you plug and turn on the truck, the light bulb doesn't go pop.
check out the big brain on Jason. No, that was really good information, though. You know, a
Yeah.
lot of people don't understand about the resistors and how they work or any of that. So,
Yeah.
and there we go. You see, I joined these together now. And
This
boom.
solder that I'm using, man, is so old. I mean, the date on it.
Was before your dad was born.
it yeah, like I want to say it was my grandfather's.
So look
But
at that. There you go. And that is joined, and I'm yanking on it, and it's not going anywhere. So
yeah,
that's how we. There you go.
super. I can't even get the damn shit to melt, and I got my gun set up to 400 already.
Well, like I said, just because it says 400 doesn't mean that's actually 400. The other part about this that I forgot to talk to you all about, okay, solder has memory as far as heat. So the age of his solder may have something to do with why it's having trouble melting. What I'm talking about as far as memory and the heat, it's normal standard melting temperature coming right here off the fresh, like 220, something like that. I don't remember exactly. But if I melt this at 300 and then you need to come and do a repair on this solder, you're going to have to come back up to 300 to melt it again. If you went to 4, 5, 6, then you're going to have to go to those levels to melt it again. I'm not sure as far as the metallurgy with the age and how old his solder is, but that may be a factor of why his is having trouble melting. And so you need to be mindful of your temperature when you're melting, you know, when you're doing this, because if you do have to do a repair, you don't just want to come in and crank your soldering iron all the way up. You want to, you know, start as low as you can and then work up. I usually start out at my lowest, you know, 250, something like that, because I know this thing isn't exactly accurate. And I just proved it again tonight. I had to take this up to 500 just to melt this fresh solder. Now I know this is fresh, it's clean, it's not, there's no issues there. So that's just not reading accurately. There's no way that that's at 500. It took 500 to melt this, but that's the bare minimum I've found to melt this today. So I'm guessing that that's just not accurate. So you're just gonna have to start low and work your way up till you find the temperature that works and melts your solder. And then, okay, I slipped some shrink tube. And all you got to do now, get that out of the way so that you can aim at it. Just hold it out here. And, you know, I'm a couple, 3, 4 inches away. You don't want to be anywhere near it because you could actually catch this shit on fire. And there you go. So, and that's
nice,
all
Kenny.
clean and sealed.
Kenny just sent me some photos of what he did. That's nice. That's cool.
What did he do?
His solder. He joined two wires together. Oh, no, he didn't solder. He's got a tool that will do what it'll strip the middle of a wire.
Yep, Crohn's and Crawlers says always clean your tip. Yep, that's definitely something you need to make sure. It will get all nasty on you. Where's my camera? There it is. As you can see, my tip is nice and clean and silver still, so I'm good to go. Let's see. C-dubs, you never heard of that before? I was talking to my buddy. I had never heard of it either. He's a professional cell phone repairman. He repairs tablets, all that. And he was talking to me all about soldering and all the craziness he has to do. Little chips that have 300 little solder points, and doing it under a microscope. And he was the one that explained to me about how solder has a memory. I'd never heard about that before either.
Yeah, Kenny just said that he wired GPS for 13 years.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let's see. Tanker Times here. What's going on, Tank? Koshner, Teague, always under construction. What's up? You just showed up. Hood Whiz, Billy. Hey, how you doing? M Dub, Sinister. I just want to shout out. Hey, there's Zach. How you doing? Brent C. Teague 4005. Crones and Crawlers again. All right, so we're on to the negative. Don't be so negative.
Really? Come on now.
Why so serious?
So serious.
Need to strip this back a little bit.
I got last week's live stream on my TV.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
with,
you got double stream.
With Brandon.
Hey, don't cross the streams, man.
Well, where's the fun in that? That's when fun shit happens.
Uh-huh. Good thing you were not Ghostbusters then.
Yeah, Brandon's in the comments.
Yeah, I saw that. I shout out to him. Cool, man. I'm glad you showed up. I'm sure I have nothing to teach you, but I appreciate the support.
Jim, do you ever change connectors on your batteries?
Actually, yes. And thank you for reminding me, Zach. I wanted to talk to everybody about this. Jason and I both just recently ran across this. Okay, we're all putting these batteries in and out. And I don't know about you, but I'm not able to get a hold of this connector with my fingertips. And so, yes, I pull the wires just like you do. What we're finding is they're getting pulled out enough that they're arcing. Yeah. And they melt. Actually had the centerpiece melted on me and it arced. And Jason had the same thing happen to him. And somebody else I was talking to yesterday had the same. Oh, Ian Vogel, and he may be here tonight. We were talking and it screwed up his, he wasn't sure if it was his ESC receiver. He was having all kinds of issues. We got talking, and that's exactly the problem he had. His battery was arcing. He could see on the plug where he had a burn mark. So these batteries are getting older. We've been pulling on them. Start checking your battery leads, making sure that they're not loose, that you are not going to get an arc. You don't want to be frying your electronics. You don't want to start a fire, for Christ's sakes. So let's all be safe and check our batteries and be mindful. I don't know any other way to pull the damn thing out because the plug is so small. So we just keep pulling on them, but check them, please. The other thing that we've run across here recently too is screw heads, screws, whether it be the balls in the stock shocks or the other parts or your other screws, the head's breaking off, the thread's being stuck down in there. Now what do you do? Okay, think about this. I work professionally building all kinds of heavy duty equipment, and every time we built anything or fixed anything, I should say, all new bolts, everything that came out ended up on the floor. We just went and got all new bolts. Why? Because when you put a bolt in, it stretches. That's torquing it, and you're putting all these stresses on the bolt. How many times can you stress that, torquing it in? And I know this is 1/24th and you're barely putting it in, but there is some torquing going involved. They're breaking. That's why it reaches a stress level to a point. So maybe we all need to start thinking about replacing our screws. If you've been taking certain screws in and out a lot, replace them fuckers before you get one down in there and you can't get it out. Okay, so back to that was your what do they call that? A PSA, public service announcements for the day. All right, back to the soldering. We've been through this already. I've got the two there. We're going to go ahead and put our flux back on. A little drip right there. That's perfect. Nice hot soldering gun. You may even see it boil off. There, yeah. And there you go. And you can see that's solid and strong. We're good to go. Now, this is, oh, you know what? I fucked up.
Uh-oh.
I did. I should have connected these two leads that I already had to these ends. I guess I could probably, if I can get this shrink wrap off, I won't be, I should have thought about that before I opened my mouth and sounded like an idiot. No, that's all right. That's all right, because now you get to see where you could screw up. That's cool. So, yeah, before I put the shrink wrap on, I should have connected these leads in here and joined the whole system together. A little razor blade action. Slit right down the side of this. And I'm not even going to bother to take it all the way off, because I'll just slip another piece right over top of it. But I can peel it back enough to expose what I need to. I don't know, maybe I just will take it all the way off. Make it cleaner. Do it right. Yeah, maybe. Don't want to come off. So actually, I'm pretty glad that I made this mistake, so that y'all will remember this and not make it yourselves. Oops. And no, I didn't like rehearse this and plan this out either. This was totally me making a mistake. And you can see I'm kind of abusing this joint. It's not hurting it at all. So yeah, now that I'm thinking about what I'm doing here. So these lights are going to be over here on this side. So we got these leads come over from those. So red to red, black to black. And then we can go ahead and take, these will be the jumpers that we connect to our, all right. Y'all ever heard me talk about things disappearing before my eyes? Remember I had that servo right there, it is. So this is the lead we'll be hooking in. We'll go ahead and we'll peel off the yellow, because your yellow is your signal line for a servo. So we're not even going to be using that. So we can go ahead and, well, actually it's even better, rather than cutting that off, we'll go ahead and pop this tab with, all right, what you've got here. There, you see those three little silvers? Right behind them, there's a little black tab that catches on that and holds that pin in there. So you just go in with your razor blade and you're gonna stick her right in there.
That's what she said?
There. Maybe. But yeah, you can see I just stuck it right in and pry that tab up, and boom, that slides right out. Now you can go ahead and cut these leads off, and you know, this servo's junk, so I can just take it off right there, so I can keep as much of that wire as I can. Now I can hang this back up on my broken parts tree. So that's what this is. This is going to work for that. You want to split these back a bit, just a little bit. You don't need them like all the way back to the cord or anything.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, little dab will do you. And we're going to need to go ahead and strip this insulation off, of course, because it's going to be connecting to here. And that'll all be happening after we connect these to this, and then we put some shrink wrap. So why don't we do that before we jump the gun into the servo? Let me get a drink, and
Right now.
I'm going to take a look at the comments and maybe see if anybody had any questions, or if any of you are out there right now and have a question, throw it up there and I'll take a look while I get a drink.
Oh, found it. Ha.
Hoodwiz 43 and still watch cartoons. Me too, man. I love the Looney Tunes.
Heck yeah. Looney Tunes are my favorite.
Psycho 13. I think this is the first time I've seen you. I'm glad you're here, buddy.
Yeah, he's been here for a while.
Phaser 1, how you doing? Double a day. What am I drinking? I'm drinking iced tea, man. That's pretty much all I don't drink alcohol, like almost never. I mean, I'll have a beer socially or whatever. But man, I gave up drinking back at about 25. Hangovers got to the point for me where I drank and then I was hungover for 3 days. That wasn't a good exchange, man. I mean, I had a good time, but not 3 days worth of pain. So yeah, I'm just a pothead. I've been a stoner since the 80s, and now that we mention it, I believe I will. Being legal here in Michigan has really made things different for us.
Nah.
All right, so I'm gonna bring my helping hand in here to get a hold of this wire. And let's see just how well I can set this up so you can see what I'm doing. There. Yeah, I think that'll work. Just there. Oh shit. I did not strip this wire back enough, so I forgot before I got this far. So how's your wiring project coming, Jay?
It's coming, I guess.
Are you having success with, actually making, the soldering?
Yeah, it finally melted. I had to set it to 500 and it finally melted.
Yeah, well, that's where I set this one at 500. I had to go to get there. What did I do with that? Oh, right there in front of me. All right. All right. So when I connect this to the one that's already in the truck, I want it to run in line with this. So you're going to have your lights here, and then I want the wire to come in going this direction. Because if I have it like this, then we're getting all twisted up again. So I want it to run with it. And so just as you're setting this, you want to figure out how you can put it in a position to get it where you need it. That helps. You just take your time at getting everything the way you want it. Can't rush this. Yeah. And don't leave your tool in your flux, because then your fingers are covered in acid. So we'll wipe my fingers off and clean the tool off. Like I said, it don't bother me, but I've been messing around in all kinds of nasty chemicals and shit forever. I was a welder for quite a while, so I don't know. Stuff just don't bother me too much. I'll pay for it in the end, I'm sure. It's yeah, not a bad idea to clean that tip. Make sure you got a good clean surface to go ahead and melt that. And there you go. You see it takes it just nicely. That's what she said.
Mm.
That flux allows that heat to transfer into the metal. And there we go. And that was that simple. We just, if you do all this, in the right steps and you use all this, I mean, you see how the flux makes the joining so easy. I have soldered this stuff together before without flux. Yeah, you can do it. It's a pain in the ass because you can't get the heat transfer. The acid etches the metal at a very microscopic level that allows you're not welding here. What you're doing is you're melting a very soft metal solder, and it is just fine at room temperature, nice and firm, but you're only melting at 200 and some degrees or whatever. So what it doesn't melt into the metal, it just grabs hold at a microscopic level. It's grabbing those pores. So by etching it with acid, it gives it more to grab to, and everything holds better, and it transfers that heat, and it goes very smoothly. Like I say, I've done this stuff without, and it's a pain in the ass. It can be a real pain. I cut my shrink tubing down. I don't just take a whole piece and use it every time because I'm cheap and poor.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
So, you don't need any more than that to cover that joint. I mean, that joint. But yeah, so you can just do her like that. Now, mind where you're pointing this thing. You don't want to point it at the beautiful Tinker Time body. You will fuck it up. I say these things not because of you, but because of me. I know how to fuck shit up. And right there, that was too much heat. It started to boil that. So again, you don't have to get too close. And that'll do it right there. And that seals it up nice and tight. You're good to go. Now we can move on to this one. We're going to join this wire. So we got to strip this one back. And before I do, so what do y'all think? I mean, am I entertaining you? Are you learning anything? Should I shut up and let Jason talk to you?
Nah.
Tell me in the comments. Ron Allenby, he says, I was smoking and put my phone down and was just listening to the audio. It's fucking hilarious. Well, cool, man. I'm glad at least I can make you laugh. That's what happens to hoods after Jim gets that. Yeah. The hood will get even more mad. So heat shrink after it's soldered. Yeah, definitely. Many churches sold at liquor stores work good too. Want a shirt with that hood on it? What hood are we talking about? We're talking about this hood? There's nothing wrong with this hood. It's just flip back. It opens.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's what they were. Thank you, Dirk. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's sad, they said, because of the the vent. So you got two eyes and a sad mouth. All right. I didn't even notice that. That's pretty funny. Sorry, guys. I didn't want to bring you down with a sad face. It's sad AF. Crones and crawlers.
Why so serious?
So Koshner says always club 2 switches. Ron Allenby says this was a great idea for bench night. Thank you. Yeah, I was trying to think of things. And this was something that me and Jason were supposed to do the first time we met, but I don't remember. I think I forgot my stuff. And we really didn't have the time that day either.
Oh, heck, I'm so busy.
Brian says it's the new mascot, Hoodie.
Yeah, we were busy as hell that day.
Yeah, oh man, just go though. I mean, well, I was there like at least 10 hours and we didn't stop.
Yeah. All right.
Everybody remember Ziggy?
I did it.
Well, show us. There he is. Awesome, man. Well, so I accomplished my goal and taught you how to do this. You feel confident?
Yeah, I do feel confident. Number one, I do need to get some better
solder.
Yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Well, cool. We'll keep moving along. If everybody wants me to keep going, I think that's what they said, and so we can do that. I just want to take a break, acknowledge everyone. Yeah, what? 21 likes and we're at 45 likes now. 52 watching.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that it's informative and entertaining enough that we're holding that much attention.
Oh yeah.
Cool. I'm glad. That really makes me happy that I'm actually helping you guys. This is a lot of people don't know how to solder, and you can do so much more with this hobby like this. I mean, you see, I'm putting in 4 lights in here. And you don't have to go with all those wires coming out of each and every light, and then you have to bring this big bundle down. You can consolidate everything up into one package. I'm sure you can do a lot better job than I'm doing. I'm not an expert, but I've done it a little bit, and I know what I'm doing enough to put it together.
You're doing great, Jim.
Eyes aren't what they once were, so I don't do stuff as tight and intricate, but we'll make this look good. I've got this side fitting so well that this pops on and off. Well, here. And here it is. This is my Tinker Time Ultra Brute build with my Cobra mount. I call it a Cobra mount because this is my electronics tray. You can see can I ever show you? Get around that tire. It's all blacked out, but it looks like a Cobra flaring on both sides there. Me and figuring these camera angles out. There, that helps. There. And there. And there's your whole stock electronics, and your battery fits right behind it. So when we do this and we put this on like this, come on, line up. What's in the way? Oh, there was an alligator clip in the way. That helped. All right, yeah. Oh, wrong side. Boy, I'm making myself look stupid here. There you go. You can see that whole light, everything fits in right nice inside that wheel well that I've built. You can see wheel well, it's nice and clean. Oh, got out of the camera. There we go.
Oh, did you paint it?
Actually, that's Black Sharpie, buddy.
Ah,
Hell yeah.
love me some Sharpie.
My new favorite pal when it comes to messing with styrene with the Tinker Time build. That, it looks clean. I mean, and if I scuff it up, beat it up, I can just take a black Sharpie, put it right back on there, nice and clean. Well, yeah, this is what I'm calling, this is my black label. It's all black, everything except that Tinker Time interior. It's all nice and pretty white. Put the hood down. There you go. Now you can see it.
That was kind of evil, Jason shrinking. What? I was just trying to focus. My eyes are like, No, I'm working on just wiring some lights. I figured Dirty Devil needed some lights, so I had some lights that I cut off of another truck that had the wires too short to actually get a plug onto and reach the ESC. So I figured this was a perfect time to extend those wires. So that's what I did, and it worked out great.
Cool. I'm glad we were able to save them like that. Look how well I got this to fit now.
I can't good for you.
Yeah, look. But I mean, that was like, it just fits right in.
Yep, there it is.
I mean, it's like perfect. I mean, you can make this that easy. I mean, I didn't have to shove it in. It just fell out. Yeah, this thing's awesome. I love this truck. Thank you, Brandon. And I am going to be sending the templates and a finished copy of this mount to Brandon. He's going to evaluate it and decide if it's something he wants to make his own version of and offer for the Brute. And if not, well, contact me and I could send you the dimensions of all the templates and you can make it out of styrene yourself.
Heck yeah.
But anyway, get back to finishing up this wiring.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yikes.
Oh, Jim had too much to drink. He fell over.
I'm attached with. We're trying to get rid of the echo for y'all, so I'm on a tether today. I got my earbuds in. That way, you're not getting the echo. I'm going to take a small smoke break.
Then you need to drive that with the hood open now for all the personality it has.
Oh, okay. So just drive it around as hoodie, huh?
Get some yarn and spray it out and glue it to the other side to make it look like it has hair.
Man. I hope we can forget this. I think we are forever stained with it, and every time I open that damn hood, I'll be like, oh.
Kind of a haunted house moment, Jim.
What was that?
It was kind of a haunted house moment. Is that the new special line from Tinker Time? His sad line of vehicles. The little angry Jeep.
Yeah, it's not sad. That's an angry face. Yeah.
Oh, so guys, I did some changing on my Bronco. With my dad's consent, because he was over here today, because it was Saturday, and we filmed Follow the Leader Sunday video. But anyway, I asked him if I could steal the rims off of Bob the Builder, so I did.
Oh yeah. Those are the Mickey Thompson, right?
Yep, Mickey Thompson, Baja Class, Marcy 4-wheel drive, and the black 22-gram trio wheels.
You know what? I think I've got a set of those on the way.
Isn't that awesome?
No, I don't. Mine don't look anything like that. Mine are the classic five spoke. But actually, that's what I like. I like that old 70s, vibe. Like those 5 slots from SSDs. Man, those are my
thanks,
favorites.
man. I just got a new subscriber.
Who's this?
Heck yeah.
Oh. Yes, I have seen the NHX rims, and I want those too. As anybody who's watched this long enough to see me and pay any attention know, I have an addiction to tires and rims. You want to see that addiction? It's actually sitting right here.
Oh, yes, I definitely. And in fact, I have to ask him about this, but I had an idea. Tony mentioned he wanted to come back over here and do a little bit more in-depth
Let me unplug that.
filming of the course. So
yeah,
I figured I'm going to hit him up again, ask him when he wants to come back over, and I think me and him are going to do a Bronco showdown.
oh, that'll be kick-ass, man.
Heck yeah.
That's the first drawer up here. And I've got those 2 sets that you're picking up for me, or picked up, whatever, if they're still there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the wheels that Dustin did put on his. He got the 5-spoke star trios.
Right.
I don't know how much they were though. I think they did start putting the 25-gram wheel weights, wheel spacer in those. I can't remember what he said what they weighed, but yeah. So the black 5 spokes that I gave you, he's got the gunmetal gray ones, and they look freaking killer.
Oh, Jeff does?
Dustin.
Oh,
Dustin
okay.
Bought a set. He put them on the other video. Remember when we did? Wait, he did a live stream the other night when he put all the trio stuff on his Bronco.
Oh, right. Okay, now I remember.
Yeah. Oh, and who was it that put that up there? Somebody messaged me today. They're I think they said Bronco. Their Bronco weighs 700 grams.
Damn.
Yeah.
How did they do that?
I have no idea. But I was like, holy shit, what does a stock deadbolt weigh? Like 200 and some, almost 300 grams?
226, I thought.
Yeah. Oh, man. See you later, Brent. Thanks for stopping out.
Yeah, thanks, Koshner. Oh, no, it wasn't Koshner that said it was Brent.
Yeah, Brent. Yep.
Okay.
Just
it jumped. I was reading the comment, and then it jumped, and I saw the name. It messes with my head.
Power Hobby brass beadlocks Dirk just got. I will send you a pic. Nice. I will be using it for my Bronco.
Who got them?
Get it. Dirk.
Oh.
Oh.
Brass beadlocks
is not even at 700. No, it's like 500 and something.
Dirk, are those like all solid brass, or is it just?
I think they might be. If they're
wow.
Picturing, I can't remember what company made them, but they're like black and brass colored, so they're like black and gold.
Man, that would be. I'd like to get a hold of some of those.
Yeah, he just sent me it. Oh, I'll use the other device.
Corey says those new wheels are sweet.
Oh,
and Zach says he's got them and been running them, and he loves them.
Check it out, guys. Bull Gear got his Bronco today.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, where'd it go? What the hell?
Same ones that Tony runs on his truck. Go Mango said.
Oh man, I lost it.
What'd you lose?
Look at. Let's get rid of that.
Brian was playing with 10th wheels and tires today.
Full Gear got his Bronco. Freaking cool. And Dirk just sent me his photos of his wheels. Oh, yep. Oh, I like those are sweet.
Let me see again.
Yeah.
Let me
Okay,
see
so
it again.
wheels and tires combined weigh 179 grams.
Somebody showed me they had 6 tires and rims. It was 290 grams.
Yeah, those are sweet looking. Can you see them?
One more time. Oh, okay. Oh man, those are beautiful.
Heck yeah.
Yep, I definitely need to. Could you send me the link, Dirk?
Yeah, me too.
I need to.
Yeah. So
C-Dub says Mofo 1000 clubs incoming.
look
Does that mean Mofo sent people over? Maybe
all 4 of them.
Wow.
179 grams, damn near 180 grams. That is insane.
That's a lot. That's a lot of weight.
I need to get me a damn scale.
Yeah. Somebody I was talking to just got the new that new one from Power Hobby, the 4-corner, that links to your phone and all that. They had a whole big pile of stuff they got today. I was like, oh, you lucky dog. I'm envious.
Yeah, I need to get that shit too.
Although, what did I get today? Oh, I got a set of those rims I found that were pretty cheap. Came today.
Which one? Which?
Yeah, I don't even have to go anywhere.
Yeah. Jason, you keep saying that. Keep saying what?
Chris says that was me. He was that was the guy that got the big pile of stuff.
Oh, yeah. I keep saying I need to get some scales. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do keep saying that, and I still spend my money on parts instead of scales.
These are those rims I picked up. I mean, they weren't nothing special, but they're pretty decent, and I like them. Yeah, there's the camera.
I just got the link from Dirk.
And they were like, I think I paid $13 or $14 for these. I mean,
nice.
It's a 3-piece bead lock. It's good enough for what it is. I hate to have tires that don't have rims, and I don't swap tires between rims. So I'll find the set that I like with these. Probably one of my lesser sets.
Oh, that's not a bad price. $50.
What's that? For those brass?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Power Hobby 1.0 beadlock black brass beadlock crawler wheels.
The worst part about that is everybody here is going to go and buy them before we can, and they'll be gone.
Well, see, this is why I don't have scales, because now I'm going to do the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, and you can actually get them in different patterns. Oh, they have a pattern that literally looks like, I don't know if there's different weights to all of them, but they have a pattern that looks very similar to the trio beadlocks I just put on the Bronco with the circular patterns.
And James Conant just said he has the same set in red. Oh, I heard that. As soon as I read that comment, I'm like, yeah, Jay wants to hear this for sure.
Oh, they have purple. They have raw metal colored looking.
Holy shit. 37 grams a piece.
That's a lot. Oh, damn. Yeah, I literally just read that.
And Billy, the trios, generally the ones we usually are talking about are what, 22 gram, right?
Yeah, 22 point something, I think. 22.4 maybe or something.
Crohn's says done a review and they are heavy. Yeah, 37 grams. That's fucking heavy.
That's pretty heavy.
Oh, here's a tidbit some people don't want to hear.
They are called. They are. Somebody is asking what they're called. They are called Power Hobby 1.0 Black Brass Beadlock Crawler Wheels, 124 scale axial SEX 24.
See, I told you they're already going to buy them.
Yep.
They'll be gone before we get off here.
The link that Dirk sent me was an eBay link.
So, what does it cost to build a front axle, like decked out, like mofo decked out?
Oh,
like
well.
say you just start with a stock axle, stock shafts, and stock bearings, but black brass hex extenders.
Oh, so there you go. I'm listening.
Black brass. What?
The guy with the 700 gram Bronco is on here tonight.
Oh. Oh, okay. Teague 4,000. Okay, so this is what I generally do when I build an axle, and I usually do it on an aluminum axle with aftermarket bearings and shafts as well. So that's more than this. But black brass hex extender from Mofo, black brass steering knuckle from Mofo, Flex Blade XR, best servo mount ever, brass, of course, black brass steering link, and black label servo. Just that, $134.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's
so why do I not talk or even think about when I do stuff? I don't ever look at the price. I never total up my rigs. That's why, right there. One axle.
Yeah.
Nope. I don't even want to know, because then I wouldn't want to do it.
So
I can't afford that.
Seeing how we're kind of dropping a little bit, I want to do another shout out while we still have over 40 people watching. So Joseph, I cannot remember his last name. I'm so bad with names. But he came over here and met him at React, and he bought a chassis from Jeff, and he texted me. He's like, hey, I bought this chassis. It's not what I thought it was. Would you want it? I'm like, yeah, what do you want for it? And he's like, oh, nothing, you can have it. Well, I'm like, well, what chassis is it? And it's the Scythe. He totally gave me this free and clear. So I tell you what, if there's anything else more that I'm thankful for other than Trios, brass, 22.5. But I tell you what, the community that is tied to all this RC stuff is just awesome. Like, this is amazing. So this build is going to be coming up in the future. Right now, I want to get I'm so my OCD is like going bonkers right now, because I'm staring at 5 bodies that don't have chassis for them, and it's driving me bonkers. So as soon as I get chassis made for those, I'm going to do a build on this, and this is going to be freaking cool. So, Jim, stop putting ideas in my head for other builds, because I have to finish those first.
I'll just keep writing them down.
So,
we have a notebook
of
all our different stuff.
I literally just did it to myself. So the model you gave me.
Yeah. Which one? The
Kenworth.
Oh.
I took it out of the box, and I took the body off of my Panda Hobby 6x6. Well, it's not mine, it's my nephew's. But the one thing I have to do is I'm going to have to throw on some axial suspension links to push the axles back a little bit further.
Right.
But
doesn't this remind you of the my Ford? Remember?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm going to keep this stock, and then I'm not going to mess with it. And then, oh, well, okay, well, I got a body light. I could put the body, and then the next thing you know, it's sniper.
No, Jeff. No, I'm not taking any more bodies. Can't do it.
He needs more chassis.
Right.
He needs
And
more chassis.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I was actually gonna really try to get up there for tomorrow, but Amanda's currently working right now, so that means I'm daddy daycare tomorrow while she sleeps, so I can't go
Of
anywhere.
course.
But
So I am going to finish this up while we're on here. I mean, and you're all familiar with these steps by now. I've placed the blacks together in line.
there was
And
something else that I wanted to do tonight too, and now
some flux on.
can't think of what the hell. Oh, I am going to show you something that I've been working on today. The reason why my dad, Bob the Builder, came over today. So Josh, I like to call him, he comes for comp night. He gave me a bunch of paneling. Camera, you guys are looking at my crazy serious thinking face. And me and my dad put it on the course today. So you can see it right there. Doesn't that look freaking killer? Isn't that awesome? Love it. Looking underneath there. Doesn't that look so much better than that stupid green rubber shit that I had?
And he went and had to strip the whole thing down, pull everything out, and then put it in, and then put it all back. And I don't know if how familiar you are with the course in that.
Yeah. So
but,
this whole corner from here all the way back around Mofo House, all the way around this corner. Oh, and I did this. I trimmed this out too. And all the way down this front stretch, all the way down here, I completely demolished. All the dirt was pushed back all the way. This all was ripped out. This thing was ripped out. This whole hill was ripped out all the way around this whole freaking corner, all the way back to the Bigfoot thing back there. Totally demolished. So yeah, freaking cool. And now it's all back together. I think it turned out great. It definitely makes it look a lot more like completed and finished off. Love it.
What amazes me is, I mean, like I was saying, I don't know how much y'all know the course. I mean, I looked at it a lot, and it looks the same. I mean, you put it all back exactly. It don't look like you moved it, because when you showed it to me earlier, I was like, how the hell did you get that in there? And you said, oh, I moved it. What?
Yeah. Or
it don't look like it. So you did a good job, man. It looks good.
Well, Jaggy, you gotta get your butt up here.
What do you say?
He wants to crawl on the course.
No, it's only for the trucks, man. You're not allowed up there.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird if you came up here and crawled around on my course.
I know, isn't that? We gotta fuck with Jaggy, man. Just a little.
Love it.
He's our little brother there.
Yep.
So I've now got the black one on. I've got my shrink tube over. Those of you who are paying attention, I mean, it's nothing you didn't see on the red one. This is pretty basic, and I didn't want to sit there and just keep doing the whole thing. We got to keep you more entertained than that. So, but
Yeah,
you've seen what I did there, and I mean, it's that simple. You point that at, and you've seen it start to shrink there, just like that. I'm 4 inches from it. So there you go. And now this will be ready. Now I take this, and you see me strip out that servo plug. Well, brown is black, red is red. And, I can set the length on this to where I want. I've already wallowed out the holes enough to accept these bulbs. That was the first step, really, in setting your body up first. know that these are going to go in there. It would suck to have to try and work at it now. But yeah, I'm good to go. These will go right in. Is everybody wanting to hang out and watch me finish putting this in, or?
Heck yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know how boring this is going to be for everybody, but hey, one thing to note when you're doing this, you've got a headlight and then you've got a marker light. So you're going to have a white light and a yellow light generally. That's what most people are going to put in because that's normal. Well, I'm nowhere near normal, so both of mine are blue, so I don't have to worry about my positioning. But you will have to know which bulb is which and place them accordingly. You can do that quite simply. You've got a battery, you've got your lead. You got to be careful, but you can, you're going to have to strip this back just a little bit so you got something to stick in there. That's what she said.
Hell yeah, Jaggy. You let me know when you are on your way up here. That is going to be such a great time.
Oh, what do you have to say?
We'll talk to his old lady, and he's going to use his vacation time to come up here and chill.
Oh, man, that'd be great, Jaggy. I can't wait till you get here. So, yeah, you got positive and negative. I always start with my negative. Positive. I'm sorry. I always start with your positive, and you connect your negative last whenever you're doing electrical of any kind. Had a little backwards there for a second, but we got her straight before we fucked up. It really won't cause you a problem either way. It's just always the way it's done, and it's better that way because of the way electrical currents flow. So now you just stick your negative in. I got to see the hole to put it in there. Is that what she said? And boom, there's your lights.
West Virginia.
Those are in. These are getting ready to go in. You can see they're all working. Everything's just fine. And when you remove, just go one at a time. Now, I actually kind of need to do some fitment. Take a look at what I've got. Yeah.
Whoa. Hold on. Hold the phone.
What's up?
In Ohio, right, Pat, here, Michigan, I think 3 hours away. Dayton, Ohio. Holy crap, man. I'm going to be down there on Monday. Heck yeah.
So Teague is at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
Gotcha.
That's what Wright-Pat. Crones and Crawlers, Mountain Mama.
Boom is right.
Roger Long. Hey, that's great, man. He says that we pushed him to solder 6 new battery leads for his new batteries. That's awesome, man. I'm glad I could help somebody. That's the whole. I am not lit. I've barely got a buzz, really. No, that's not far, Jake.
They were telling because you lit up your lights.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm a little stoned. I wasn't even thinking about my lights. But yeah, so I need to do a little fitment.
The West Virginia. Hello from Southwest Alaska. William Joseph is in the house. I love that.
What's going on, man? Southwest Alaska. Southwest.
Southeast
Alaska. Oh, southeast. So down by Juneau in that area then. That's a real nice climate. Everybody thinks Alaska and they think, oh God, it's frigid. Juneau is pretty nice. I mean, they get snow, but it ain't like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
What?
Exactly.
No, but I know his brother who. I thought you had something serious. I was like, what I miss? What did I do? What'd I do? So, yeah, we're looking at fitment, and you can see this light, the grouping, I guess you'd call it.
Hey, Jim, if I send you it gone. Hey Jim, if I send you a pic, want to show off my Tinker Time build? Yes, definitely. We need more Tinker
Oh hell
Time.
yeah, Gutless man. Yeah, he just got a hold of me, and we became friends and started talking and that here just in the last couple of days. So I've got a connection to him now. So that will be great. Did you mean like now? Because I really hate to mess with my phone, man. Oh well, all right. Let's see if I can do this without losing you.
That's cool, Jeff. Love it. Now,
So I don't. Uh, so now we got to figure out how I can show this.
funny.
I don't know if I don't know that there's any way I can show this, man. Um, I'm not very techy, and to be honest, the best I can do is like show it next week.
Who's on
Hey,
first? Exactly. Who's on first?
hey, Jason, if I sent this picture to you, could you show it?
Yeah.
Okay, great, because then that would solve all my problems.
Whoa, you're sideways.
Yeah, well, let's see if we can not. Did I lose you?
Nope, you're frozen.
Well, that's all right. As long as I can get back. I hope I can get
Got
back.
it. Got it. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Did I lose you, Jim?
No, I'm still here. I'm trying to find my way back.
Ah,
Try to find my way home.
that is pretty sweet.
Maybe. I don't know. Well,
Looks like
we'll
he's
try.
got a pretty killer looking course back there. I like the
Yes. Yeah,
I
he
like
had
the
some really cool shit.
I
He
like the
showed me
bridge
his
and the
course.
great background. That's pretty sweet. To have cab Comanche. I was gonna say Comanche,
Hello.
but I wasn't too sure.
What the fuck?
Jim's lost.
I'm
Oh,
working on it.
oh, I think we got somebody joining us. That might be Dustin.
No, it's me.
Oh, well, what happened to you?
I don't know, but it looks like I'm doubled up.
Yeah, you are. I'll just
Can you
leave
drop?
it. Yep. Bam. Heck yeah. Cool. Freaking cool. Hey, Jim, what time is it? Oh, we have no audio. No. How about now? Nope. Maybe it's out. Yeah, you might have to come back. Oh, that's too funny. Welcome back, Jim. He gone again. Too funny. Too funny. Okay, there was something I freaking was gonna work on after I did the soldering thing with Jim, and now I totally am having a brain fart. I can't freaking figure it out. I got another message from somebody. Heck yeah. Uh, I'm sorry, I fucked up Jim. LOL. Now we gotta wait for him to come back, and somebody just sent me another message, so I'm gonna check that out, see what that's all about. Oh, heck yeah. How do I confirm? Sweet. Jim's still not back yet. So, okay, guys. So with my setup I have in my Bronco, I got it. Um, I used that Enjora 66 turn motor. I bought two of them from Jeff. and then I bought two from Amazon. I love them. So that I'm assuming is going to be the same setup as if you were to buy like the Torque Beast or the Hot Racing 50 can motor that they have. Um, oh, the slow crawlability is just I can't believe it's even a brushed motor. And yes, I am on Facebook. It's Jason Ruiz, Jason's RCs. There you go. Now I'm gonna get a whole crap ton of freaking Facebook requests, but it's all good. I will have the 50T Enduro motors next week. Awesome. Definitely gonna have to test them out. That's gonna be cool. I want to see the difference, what the difference are. Heck yeah, definitely. Because that'd be kind of cool to meet up on Monday. That'd be kind of sweet. Won't be able to spend too much time because my calculations is by the time I go down there, deliver, and come all the way back, it's gonna be like a 12-hour day. Which isn't a whole lot, but if I leave at 7 in the morning, that means it puts me back over here at 7 o'clock at night. So yeah. Check out the Texoma RC if you haven't, everyone. Heck yeah. Huh? Did I say I was coming Monday? Oh, Jim's back. Ah,
I'm back.
there we go. And
Can
we
you hear
have
me
no
now?
echo. And that
Can you
rhymes.
hear me?
I can hear you.
Cool. See, this is why I don't fuck with that shit, because every time I get lost.
No,
And the
I
thing
am going
was,
to be going, Jeff. I'm possibly meeting up with somebody on Monday down in Dayton, Ohio.
right,
So
Teague,
yeah.
what was it?
Tag is it like the Fury Tech Tagu?
I thought it was Teague, Teague, because I used to know a guy named Teague.
Oh,
His name was Jeff Teague, and that's how it was spelled. So I'm assuming that is. If I'm wrong, please correct me.
I
Somebody.
wish I had a cigar in my mouth. If
Uh,
I got caught smoking a cigar in the house, my wife would probably kill me. At least divorce
really?
me.
That's horrible.
Well, it's not the fact like she smokes cigars herself, but we just
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Well, not with kids in the house. I mean, that's just the way it's
Thai
supposed to be.
goo, like the lizard. Nah.
Oh, all right. That's the way it's pronounced then?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
So
I
just like Fear Tech. Yep.
okay.
Yeah, he put on it gone. Jason, make Google Maps saved folder of the hobby shops you can get to and oh yeah, I should.
Yep, that's gonna fit just nice.
Tagu. Nah.
But man, he better not meet Matt from 2FMRC. Oh, did it
Oh,
again.
Jim had too much to drink again. He fell over.
Yeah, I did it again. I can only reach so far. I was trying to put my truck back up on its stand, you know, so I could get it out of the way. I just needed it so I could check for fitment, and everything looks just awesome.
Yes, this is true. The only shop I need is reaction.
Yeah, if you look right there, see that gap between the fender and that light cluster?
Oh, yep.
That nice gap where you see my eyeball right there?
Yeah.
That's where that fender well comes through. So that's what I have to accomplish over here. And there was
Oh,
plenty
yeah.
of room, so it shouldn't be an issue. So that'll all line up real nice here.
Okay.
All right. Now it's just a matter of fitting it. Can I get her in there?
Ah.
Just that one's gonna fit. I think that'll be the one to go there. And this one will go there. Did I tell you I broke this one too? I broke both of my Ultra Brutes. That was bumming. But they fix real easy with some super glue. And they're just as strong. You can't even tell where I broke them. Did you take off or are you still here? Am I still here? All right. And I'm actually gonna, I think, hot glue those lights into place. And that is something I did forget. I didn't plug my hot glue gun in. So that'll take a minute. In that time, I can get this kind of organized up. Because what I want to be able to do is, you see how this is kept in a nice clean package right here. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Damn it. My computer keeps wanting to shut off. All right. All right, so just checking on the comments, making sure nobody asked anything too important.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
What'd I miss?
Not really much of anything, just me fitting this up, and how I want to get it in there. Explaining that I want to keep this in a nice tight package in here, just like I did on the other side. And you missed that I forgot to turn my hot glue gun on, so we're waiting on that to heat up. But I kind of needed to kind of organize this anyways. Another thing that I didn't mention that is helpful working in these tight areas is you can get these different tweezers. These are a bit blunter, and then these are all pretty pointy.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't use these too much with like tires, never near a tire. You got to be careful with these wires poking them, but these work really well. And so you can kind of get in here and kind of twist that wire a bit, coil it around so you can pull it into a tighter package here.
Tighter package.
What's that?
Tighter package.
Is that what she said? So I think that'll work. This comes out. Ooh, and she's ready. Heated up pretty quick. So first thing I want to do is make sure I get these lights in where I want them. So I shot just a little bit on there and then shoved it in and then hit it again. And as soon as that cools off, it'll stay right there. Of course, I'm sure all of you know about hot glue and all that. Clean off all those cobwebs.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Kenny.
What's that?
He sent me Chip Quick liquid flux snow clean, and it's Amazon too. That's awesome. $8. That ain't bad. That's cheap as hell.
What is it?
It's a quick flux.
Oh, okay.
No
Something better
clean
than what I'm
liquid
using.
flux.
I've been using this same stuff for like 30 years. That's why I choose it, why I use it. If you've got something better to tell us about, by all means, let us know if you know something better than what I'm telling you. I just know what I know and what I've been using forever and for whatever soldering I need to do. And that
Always
other one
trying out
will be
new
cool.
tweezers. Heck yeah.
What's that?
That's what she said. Ha!
What was that now?
Somebody said always trying out new tweezers. Use them a lot to get the shit out of bags.
Yeah, I use my tweezers for picking up screws, like when you've got a pile of them, a whole bunch spread across when you're done with a build or whatever, all
Hey
kinds of
Jim,
different.
hey Jim, what time is it?
Well, at the moment it is not Stone Gym time because I can't. I got my hands full right now, just making sure I can get this all locked into place, and I can't let it go, or else I got to start all over, and I'd have to clean it up because
God.
I got hot glue here, and that shit can get
Damn
messy.
it. Oh shit.
Dang, never musty.
Well, no, there's something else I wanted to freaking work on tonight, and now I can't freaking for the life of me remember what it was.
No.
Oh,
Well, cool. I'm glad that this has taught people something, and you've got some entertainment out of it. I'm glad it was at least somewhat funny sometimes. I always like to make people laugh, even if I am doing something kind of ow, you know what? I just burned myself with my hot glue gun. Not bad, but it was kind of funny because somebody was teasing me about burning myself with my soldering iron earlier. My buddy
oh, I
Tim, he's
just
like,
about did
"Don't
that
burn
tonight.
yourself." I'm like, "Yeah, huh? Because of you, I'm going to."
I just about did that tonight.
With your soldering iron, yeah.
Yeah.
Worst, I'm a welder, and those of you who know about welding, there's a tungsten inert gas TIG welding, and you have a torch, somewhat like kind of like this, and it's got this tungsten tip that heats up. And us welders will lay our torch across. We have it on a cord. It's called your whip, and we'll lay it across our leg and let it hang there, and then you can grab it and come back. And, well, one time I had mine, and I went to lay it across my leg, wasn't paying attention, and set that tip right after I just came off the weld. So I mean, we're talking thousands of degrees at that tip. And I
Yeah.
set it down and that tip right into my leg. And I had this cone hole in my leg for like a year.
Yeah, I did say something about lights and Dirty Devil, but there's something else more important. Not, yeah, I changed. um, yeah, I just there's
Don't
something.
ever change, Jason. We love you just the way you are, man.
I got a new shirt on.
I know, but
I got cold.
yeah, it was there. I had to say it.
So I am going to be doing these in black and red now.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you guys want something, um, definitely let me know. Because I'm not selling them on some other like stupid site. I know it's easier that way, but yeah, I'm just let me know and we'll try to get it worked out to where you guys can purchase them. I love using Venmo. It's so easy. I mean, Jim, who is probably one of the lesser techie people that I
Oh,
know,
you're not going to insult me. You know that.
he definitely was able to get it figured out. And yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I just have never had any use for computers and internet and all that until I got back into RC, and coming on Facebook and YouTube was the only way I could make any connection, really. I live in the sticks. I mean, I've got HughesNet, people.
HughesNet. Who's net? HughesNet.
So, and I got on and I'm learning and I'm picking it up. And good thing Jason's patient because I'm a little bit resistant to it as well.
Man,
I'm actually really happy with the way this is coming out.
Yeah.
And it's actually working out perfect. I mean, I couldn't have asked for it to come together in these packages on either side.
JV,
nice.
I tell you what, man, I will definitely, if I don't get one sooner, I will definitely have one for you when you come up here.
Jeff Brown was commenting about when I stabbed myself with that TIG torch. And he said, just the tip.
Just the tip.
Oh, that's funny.
You guys can make fun of me all you want, but I was at one point on a bowling league. I was on a bowling league, and I actually did pretty good. I had a 190 something average.
I'm not going to drop it this time.
It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. It's pretty good. But anyway, there was a team that a lot of my friends are on that was called Just the Tip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Did they think that was going to get them a date or something?
No, it was just, funny.
Oh.
Humor, kind of thing.
I'm just joshing with you.
But damn, man, like this league, I can't believe some of the people that can bowl. Like they were consistently getting, like if you didn't go to bowling league, or if you went to bowling league and somebody of this team did not get a perfect game, a perfect 300 game, it was like unheard of. Like something was up. Like you better be taking him to the hospital or something. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, they were just freaking good. And it was funny because if anybody got on that like path of a perfect game, like nobody talked to them. Like they were in their zone. Like you did not go up to the freaking lane when they were up
great
there.
job.
Yeah, you didn't go up to the lane when they were up there or nothing. Like if you were on the lane next to them, you waited until they got done throwing their ball down before you walked up there to get your ball. Like it was like, leave them alone.
Well, I guess I can understand that.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing I didn't hang around there in my 20s. Because the only time I ever went bowling is when you got me drunk.
Tony is in the house. So
what's going on, Tony? How you doing?
Informally throw this out there. So you have 2 Broncos. Actually, I think you have 3 now. I got a Bronco. So Bronco showdown over here. Me and you. Let's go.
Is this for pink slips?
It could be. That'd be so sweet though.
What's that? To win one of Tony's Broncos?
No, just to be
I'm just fucking with you.
Just to do that with
I'm just teasing.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I've been working on these lights, Tony. I got them both in there. Well, all 4 of them anyway. There's the camera.
So we started off the night with a tutorial soldering live stream. My first attempt at soldering in probably 15, 20 years. I think I did pretty well.
Yeah. So we've got 4 bulbs down to 2 leads. And what I was telling everybody is don't throw out your old burned up servos because you can take the lead and now you've got a connection that you can put right to your receiver and we'll be good to go. I just need to figure out the length.
I like this layout a lot better. It makes us smaller.
Right.
Like the widerness of it.
Yeah, it gives you that full view, panoramic or
Oh, I got some more
cinematic,
photos.
I guess. And yeah, see, okay, just as I said it would, everything has fit cleanly. Both sides pops right on. Those wheel wells fit right up in between the fender and the actual light cluster, I guess you'd call it, the wiring cluster for the lights. Same on this side. It's all come in nice and clean.
Hobby Plus CR18 Gladiator. Huh, I have not seen those. Aren't those the scramblers?
So here's your wires. Now we got to figure out how to bring them back over
They look a lot like the scrambler.
here. So I
I
guess
need
it would
to
have been
go
wise to bring those to
back
here,
and
but I don't know. I'm gonna need a lead too. So
Tony,
actually,
Tony's gonna go back and watch the live stream. Jason, in your opinion, is the Bronco a must-have? Yes, I love it. It is like everybody says. It is really top heavy because obviously like sand body, but it's not bad. Um, if you know what you're doing, it's good. I literally to start out, the first thing I did is put the Endura 66 turn motor in it. Love it. Totally increased the slow probability with doing that. Like it's almost a strong, like um, dead even match to the old Surpass motor setup. Like it's pretty freaking sweet. Um, And then I put on wideners, which gave it the stability side to side. Grant you going up hills, it still tended to flip backward a little bit. But yeah, I love the thing. It's freaking awesome. And most recently I put the 22.5 gram trio wheels on it. Um, and that obviously is going to give you a lot more weight low down. But that's it. That's all I've done. And it is really stable now. It stays planted going up my teeter totters, and some of the teeter totters when it flips over they go really quick, and some of my rigs it'll like slingshot it and make it do a somersault. But yeah, definitely must have. I love it.
so I've actually, um, in keeping these this long, I accidentally did the right thing. Looking at it as soon as I did, I realized, well, being that this is detachable as it is, you got to have yourself a decent reach of a plug. So I'm going to just go ahead straight up and connect this without cutting any length out. And I'll figure out how to tuck it in there nicely. Yeah.
So supposedly Dana, who has also been here for comp night, has got his, I'm assuming, the body of the Bronco down to 40 grams.
Wow. I wonder
I'm
what he did.
assuming the first thing he probably did was take the spare tire off. Then
Yeah.
maybe he probably took the interior out of it and the roof rack off of it.
The glass.
You think he took the glass out too?
I'll bet that's where a bunch of the weight went.
Gotcha.
I would bet. That would be my guess. Because there's a lot of somebody I don't remember who was talking about how much that weighed. And so that's a big weight loss right there that you can get away with without even, it doesn't change appearance that much,
Yeah. Tony said Dana uses black magic.
Oh.
The glass is still there.
Oh, well, that's impressive then. What do you do? Whittle down the sides?
I don't know. Bumpers? Maybe taking off the back bumper, but the front bumpers on the chassis.
Is he going to make us guess or is he just going to tell us?
I don't know. I think he's slowly doing it. So you could lighten it more than. Oh,
Yeah, because that glass is quite a bit, quite a chunk there.
yeah.
I don't remember exactly what they said it was, but I mean, definitely. I'm stacking shrink tube on my wires here because I want to keep them tight, and if I do this, then they'll be all nice and black, and it'll just kind of hide away inside my black engine compartment.
I like the front windows.
It'll just look nice.
I like the front windows.
Time I'm done.
Oh, and that would be probably pretty easy to do, Tony, especially if you took the glass out of the body. You could really get in there and cut those front windows out pretty easily, I think. So I can't remember. Oh, it must have been last night when I was doing it. I was putting a new servo plug on something last night,
Yeah.
and this was after during the day yesterday when I smashed the ever-loving shit out of my thumb with the freaking.
Right.
Oh my God. So doing this task was just
Right.
brutal.
Man. I remember when you told me about that. It's like, yeah, I've been there.
Like I smashed that thing so hard, I'm surprised I didn't burst the end of my freaking thumb like a freaking balloon.
Yeah. Like a grape.
Yeah. Hurts so bad.
I always say that because everybody knows what it, when you squish a grape, what it does. Yeah. Vicious.
Yeah, like the entire time I was driving after that, I had to sit there. Remember how when we were talking, keeping
Yeah.
the elevator? So when we
Yeah.
the entire
do
rest
know.
of the way home, I was sitting there massaging.
Thump, thump,
Yeah,
thump.
so I had to sit there with my hand, with my elbow, basically like this on the sill of the window, just kind of massaging the tip of my thumb, just the
Right.
tip.
Yeah. You're lucky you could touch it, just the tip.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
Yeah,
All right, man. We'll catch you later. Definitely, we should exchange information. I think you did send me a friend request, and I
well,
accepted it. So
you
we
have a good
definitely
one,
got to
Teague.
touch base on Messenger and figure out a good time to meet up. That'd be freaking sweet.
Thanks for stopping by. I hope I entertained you. Maybe you learned something. If not, I hope you had fun. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Fucker out.
Huh?
Oh, it's just a saying that me and my friends always said in high school. Fucker out.
Oh, all right. I thought maybe it was something. Seems like I remember something like that.
I think it's from a movie, actually.
Yeah, that's maybe that we're thinking of the same thing.
Everyone learned something. Thank you to everyone. Heck yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
C-Dubs.
I dropped a 3/4 inch sheet of plywood on my big toe. Fucked it, man. Oh, that would hurt.
I did that exactly one time. From
Especially
like
if you
that
drop it,
far off the ground. Like,
especially if you drop it vertically and it
yeah,
lands vertically on your foot.
yeah, like a guillotine right on my big toe. Oh my God.
Fuck
You've
that.
never seen stars like that, man. You're just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it totally broke my toe. Yeah. And I was in tennis shoes. It's not like I had steel toes or anything.
Appendages suck when that happens because they're used for like, especially like your finger and your toes, especially because like
Yeah.
walking and like grabbing something like a
Yeah.
doorknob or some shit, it
You want to
fucks
see
you
some horrible things?
up.
Yeah, all my fingers, yeah, you can see how they're. That's from, yeah, I quit counting when I had 80 broken bones in my life. And I didn't stop breaking bones, I just quit tracking it.
Show you a pic. Oh, what was he gonna show me a picture of?
I don't know.
I didn't catch it.
Crones and crawlers. That looks like my fingers.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
Billy the
you
Kid
know.
who dropped the plywood. That had to fucking hurt.
Oh man, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. I feel your pain, brother. I do. I do. I did the exact same thing. Hobbled for a while, and it's not like it heals right because you you don't stop walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've broken every toe on my feet, both
Yeah,
feet.
I for some like I love the name Billy the Kid, but for some reason I feel way more comfortable and I like calling him Jaggy. I don't know.
Well, because we always called him Jaggy.
Yeah,
That's what you always called him.
yeah.
That's what I always called him, Jaggy. And then he started doing the Billy the Kid thing. I say we just keep calling him Jaggy because that's what we called him.
Me and you anyway.
Yeah, well, whoever. I mean, anybody that remembers him as Jaggy, I guess. I wouldn't tell anybody else they can't. That's for sure. But you know, those of us who knew him before,
Uh,
before he turned to that life of crime.
I'm gonna change it. I wanted Jaggy's RCs. Heck
You're
yeah,
gonna go back?
I like Jaggy's RCs.
Yeah. Um, every time I hear Billy, I end up with that what was it, Genesis, I think? Phil Collins, Genesis. Billy, don't you lose my number?
Well, when I first seen
Goes
or
through my
seen
head.
him on YouTube, Billy, or people calling him Billy, the first thing that came to my head is Billy Badass.
Oh, I I thought of the movie with Young Guns,
Yeah.
Billy the Kid and all that. That was a picture that popped into my mind when I thought of Billy the Kid.
I knew him back when.
Yes, we did, didn't we, Chris?
Yep.
So I'm getting ready to connect those that servo plug.
I'm
So
doing the servo plug too, but I'm doing it my way.
yeah, well, I mean, whatever works for you. I was just
Well,
trying to.
I'm building my plug. I'm not reusing a servo.
Oh! I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said, work with what you got. That's why I'm using the servo plug because it's what I had, simple and easy.
The one thing I don't like about doing it this way, like we did tonight with the soldering, is it takes literally 3 times as long. But it's
Yeah.
easier. It's
Well,
easier.
and you can make it real clean.
Yeah.
You can make your wiring exactly. As I get more used to doing this, I'm going to be shortening up my wires. I'm going to be figuring out better ways to route it and do it in a better manner. I've messed around with shit in the past, but I'm 52 years old. I've got 15, 20 years between times I've messed with stuff in some instances. And I don't honestly remember the last time I did soldering on RC. It's been a minute. So, getting back into the swing and thinking about in that manner and how can I route this and how can I do that and how
Yeah.
getting good with what you're doing so that you can shorten it up and
Yeah.
all that. That comes in time. I mean, we're all just learning together and this is what I do know what I'm doing. I just don't know how to do it great yet. It's pretty good.
Oh, that would be. I just thought of an idea. I
What's
wonder if
that?
we're both on here. I actually think it would be kind of cool to do a Bronco showdown because it would be sweet to do it one on one with Tony, but to make things more interesting, we should do it like me, Tony, and Jeff.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
That would be
definitely get
sweet
Jeff involved. That would be really cool. Has
because
he
number
been here
one,
tonight?
yeah, Jeff's in there.
Oh, cool.
Because
Well, what
number
do you think,
one,
Jeff?
I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty confident in saying that Tony probably got his dead bull or Bronco from Jeff. So it's only fitting that the person that sold us the Broncos should be in on the comp too.
That would be cool.
That would be so sweet.
My computer keeps cutting off,
Yeah,
so
yep,
I
yep.
lose all the comments.
Tony did get it from Jeff. He got 2 of them from Jeff. Eventually, I'm
So
pretty sure Tony's gonna get all 3 of them.
yeah,
Eventually, I will too, but
I'm pretty sure I will eventually as well.
I'm pretty happy with my red one. Sounds like Jeff has to.
What's that?
Billy, kid. He just
What do you
commented.
say?
Sounds like Jeff has to.
Oh, ouch.
Later, Corey.
Oh, yeah,
I've
my
got
fucking
all
computer's
3
done.
colors and 1 extra blue one for upgrading. Hell yeah. I am gonna do my own build of a Bronco. And I'm going to do my own color scheme on it. So I'm going to be buying the plain white plastic body.
Okay.
And obviously it's going to be black and red, but the sequence of the black and
Wed?
red,
Are you Baba Wawa?
it's going to be like a 2-tone black. Not like just a black cap like it's currently on it, but it's going to be freaking cool. Showdown. So what kind? I like a, I don't know, some kind of a comp. I think that'd be kind of sweet.
That's good.
We kept the others to fit in class 1 rules. Yeah. I actually think it would be really sweet to do class 1. I'm going to have to do. I wonder, so Jeff, would my dad's green Jeep be a class 1? It does have knuckles on it, but would that pass as a class 1? Everything else is stock. Except for the wheels and tires. So I would probably have to buy the Hyrax tires from you to get in there because I think that's one of the rules. No. Okay. Well, then I'm going to definitely have to get another one.
Couldn't you just take the knuckles off?
I could actually. Yeah, because I got all my stock knuckles in the drawer over here.
Right. Just paint them gold and your dad will never notice.
Servo and tires only. Yep, that is what is done. It currently has an 8-month-old stock motor in it. It's still the original motor that came in the truck. It's so freaking crazy. I cannot believe it's lasted this long. No brass, yeah, no brass allowed in class 1. It's basically box stock. But Jeff had to throw the rule about the tires in it because if he said box stock, that opens up a whole different world because of the tire size. What is there now? 3 different tire sizes that come on those things. You got the ones that come on the Bronco and Gladiator. You got the Deadbolt and Jeep, and then you got the small ass C10 ones. So. Okay, Dirty Devil is going to have lights now.
All right. And yeah, the thing about this, me doing this, I mean, I could have done this much faster and you could do it yourself much faster if, you're just sitting in your hobby shop working by yourself, no interruptions, not stopping talking to people. And, especially if you're not a big pothead and keep stopping for a doobie break.
Doobie, doobie doo.
Scooby Dooby Doo. Oh, and people, remember I explained about where's your shrink wrap, shrink tube, and don't solder shit together before you make sure you got your shrink tube in there? Yeah, well, now you get to see how to remove
Trying to keep it
solder.
Emacs and Eco Power. Nice.
So that's how easy it is to take it
Yeah.
apart.
I think so. I would love to try more when I go to Jason's. Heck yeah. Tiny truck Thursdays. Yes.
What's
Has been
that?
in low 31, 29, 28 entries last 3 weeks. Yeah. Yeah. It's Jeff's mini comp nights are pretty freaking crazy.
Oh yeah? Why's
Yeah.
that?
Like in the past 3 weeks, he just said it's been averaging 31, 29, 28 people entries.
Oh, crazy, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, I mean, that's really great though,
Yeah.
that
No, it is.
he's
Freaking cool.
picking up that much attention. What are you doing, Joe? Oh, I think it's thundering outside and my dog Joe is tripping.
Just do it 2 times, Jim.
Yeah. Hey, see, I'm making all these mistakes on purpose so that y'all see what you do wrong and how to do it right. And if you believe that, I've got some swampland to sell you. No, I just screwed up again, probably because I'm talking and not paying as close attention to what I'm doing as I should be. So, yeah, but you've seen how easy it is to take a perfectly good solder job and take it apart. And you got to see me mess up and take it apart so I could put these on and remind you that you put this on before you put your shit together so you don't have to take it apart and do what I just did. And this is your next public service announcement today. It's all right. I'm all right with making mistakes. So I probably won't make them again. Yeah, or I might.
Ah, Dirty Devil has lights.
Quicker than this one, huh?
Brandon said to post your Tinker Time builds to the Insta. Oh, definitely gonna have to do that. I want to avoid the
Post it to
yeah,
what?
the Instagram.
Oh, I tried to get on there and it didn't work out. I don't know what went wrong, but I was
Yeah.
incapable of getting on Instagram.
Where is the CM? I'm lost. You think I should do this over again and put red lights in it?
There. Sorta.
That was kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah. I mean, just, I put blue in this. I mean, that was my first thought when I was sitting there looking at it. Okay, what lights do I want to put in? What color should I do? I said, man, all black. Yeah, I'm going to put all blue.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just look cool to me. I'm really in love with this truck. I really am. I mean, we're talking marriage and shit.
Ah,
No, but it's just come out so cool. It several people have said to me, man, it kind of looks, kind of real. I mean, kind of like a real rock crawler. I
yeah.
was like, yeah, it is kind of proportioned, laid out. It looks good. And I mean, again, that's not me. I mean, that's Brandon Olson and his great job of styling and design. I mean, I didn't do anything. I threw in some fender wells. I didn't create that. That is badass. And it's on Brandon Olson, not on me. But,
Cheater, cheater. Not you, Tony.
oh, I was going to say, what? But yeah, I mean, I'm just blown away. This thing's so cool.
Which
I love it.
side is positive on the LED? The long side or the short side? The I guess I don't really understand the question because
Well, you'll see a side. One of the leads will have like this bump on it. That's the resistor. That's the positive side.
yeah, it's usually either the white wire or the red wire.
Yeah,
Well,
but it's the one with the resistor. That's the positive.
yeah.
I didn't have to think too much about it. With these lights all came, every one of them. Now these lights, people, you might want to check this out. I found it on Amazon. I'm sure you'll be able to find it just as easy. It was a 60 light set, 6 different colors, 10 lights in each set. There was blue, red, green, yellow,
Oh, I just
gold, and I can't. Oh, and then just white lights. But they're all clear. They're not a colored bulb.
I think they
These
are
were the
talking
blue.
about LEDs, not leads, not pre-wired. I don't think it really matters to tell you the truth. If it's a raw, bare bulb, um, all the bulb is basically doing is completing the circuit. So it doesn't really matter which one you put as positive or negative.
And
So
correct
yeah,
us if we're wrong, but I
right.
believe that is correct. Everything that I remember, I'm pretty sure that's correct. And what I was talking about is you can see here, let me get some, yeah, you can see the side there with the bumps on it.
Yeah.
Put more light on it.
Well, I don't know. You can look at it either way. Either they make a longer or shorter side for the resistor to go on to, like they either cut it shorter to make up for the length of the resistor, or they make it longer to give you more material to work with putting the resistor on. So I don't know. It does matter. It will burn out. Okay, then.
Okay, so which side is which?
I'm inclined to think the longer side is positive, but I'm
I
not sure.
would I would think that as well.
Yeah, it definitely should matter, I would think.
Okay, I'm
Short is
glad
negative. There
somebody
you
told
go.
us.
Our assumptions were correct. Short is negative, long is positive.
Okay, well, so it does matter, and
That is Koshner. So Psycho said it does matter. Billy the
well,
Kid said, yeah, it definitely should matter, I would think. Koshner said short is negative. Dirk said that it jumped is correct. Long is positive. There we go. Short is
so
negative.
yeah, and I'll take their word any day. Both of
Sweet.
them know what they're talking about, especially Brian. I mean, we
Yeah,
all know that Brian knows what he's talking about.
yeah. I can't remember who said that they were doing. Oh, that was Kenny. Kenny was doing GPS wiring for 13 years.
What the hell
You
are you doing,
can
Joey?
take Brian's answer to the bank. There you
What are you doing? Get over here. My dog is tripping out.
go. Sweet. I've been wanting to get lights on Dirty Devil for the longest time, but now I'm going to have to redo it because it seems like they should be red.
I've been meaning to sit down and do this, with you and, do this video or at least, work with you and show you. And once I started thinking about it, I really wanted to do the video and show everybody. Like I said, I'm not an expert or anything,
Right.
but I got it done, and this is going to be pretty cool. You can see I covered these all the way, covered the wire all the way up here. I just stretched a bunch of them together, overlapping as I went. And yeah, that can even go down there. And then you just have that one little bit left here. And that's going to be nice for the flexibility of it. So here we go. And that is done. And I can just plug it into the receiver. And why don't I do that right now? So normally your signal wire is on top. So since you don't have a signal wire, you're just going to put the blank up. And I'll plug her in here to my LED.
Still don't understand the soldering temp memory, but we'll look into it.
Okay, well, I mean, unless the guy that told me was full of shit, and I don't believe that. I mean, he does do this for a living professionally, and according to what he said, that if you are to use 300 to melt your solder, the next time you come back to melt that solder, you will need 300 to melt it. If you melt it at 400, and then you will need to come back and melt it at 400. Stock, standard, straight out off the coil, it should be like 220 or something like that. But each time you raise it, it will remember that temperature and it will have to be heated to that temperature to become soft again. That was the way it was explained to me by a guy who does it professionally. I don't know. I don't think he was pulling my leg. He's a pretty cool cat. So look into it, please, and let me know if that's not correct. I mean, you can see I don't mind making mistakes and being wrong. I like to learn. That's all that matters to me. So I'm gonna plug this in, and we're gonna see if we got lights. Make sure that switch is off always. I plugged in a brand. I mean, it was like my third battery on one of my brand new Gladiators, and I had the battery in, had the switch on, and I was gonna switch out the servo. And I pulled the plug and I plugged in a new one with it on, and the whole thing went.
Yeah. So
No ESC, no receiver.
Jaggy says, I think that's whenever it melts at 400, you'll have to get it 400 to melt it again.
Right, that's what I explained. And there we go. I just turned my ESC receiver on. We're all plugged in. We have 4 lights. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Let's see.
I just remembered the other thing I wanted to do tonight.
Yeah? What was it?
Definitely not doing it anymore.
What is it?
I wanted to change out the metal freaking spur gear, pinion gear, and Bob the Builder for nylon again. So it shuts the fuck up. It's really loud.
Oh. So, yeah. I'll plug that in. All right. There we go.
Oh, no problem, man.
What's that?
You could has used the servo for a light connector.
Do what?
Servo board for a light connector.
I don't know. I'm not. I don't think I understand what they're saying.
Shit balls. Where'd my other? There it is. Found it.
Oh, okay. There we go. Trying to get that initial fitment, getting everything in its place, lining everything up. But yeah, this battery fits real nice into this. plop, plop right in. Real easy. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that tucks it. Boom. There you go. There we go. All right. No, that's not the remote. Where's the remote?
Yippee skippy.
Nope, that's that one. Ugh. There it is. Found the remote.
That's what she said?
I hope not.
Well,
Then I'd have to watch Hallmark Channel.
some toys require remotes.
Hey.
Straw.
Yeah. Check it out.
I see.
I see, said the blind man.
To the
It was
deaf
dog
man.
who was deaf and could care less. I should pull my computer back up and see if anybody's got a comment. It's just stock V1 electronics, so it's a little jumpy, real super slow. But this thing is 555 grams.
Later, Ben.
Who was that?
Always under construction.
Oh, all right. We'll see you later, AUC, man. Have a good one. There we are. We're back. What tires are these? These are the mudslingers. Here, let's bring that down a little. There you go. They're mudslingers on Mofo UPWs. Let's see. I think these are the cheese grater outer rings.
I should have grabbed a hat.
Thank you, James.
Bald head. Now my head is cold.
Oh, yeah. I don't understand exactly the C-dubs. I don't exactly understand the science behind why that retains that memory like that for the heat. I'm not sure. He didn't get into it, and I guess I didn't really care enough to ask. But that's the way it was explained, and it seems to be correct from what I see.
Later, double day.
Oh, double a day. Good night. Yeah, good night to you, man. I hope you learned something, or at least were entertained. I had a good time showing you, and I got to put my lights in, and I'm digging it. I really love this rig. I love the way it's going. I'm going to call it Black Label because it's all black.
I see a Chevy with real mudslingers. Oh, you, Jim and Jason. Oh, yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty sure I got real slingers on my. Ha, that's kind of funny. You put slingers on your brute, and I put slingers on my brute.
Oh, did you?
Ultra brute, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, this is my the one with the non-opening doors on this one. And then I've got the opening doors, a gray one over there that I'm going to do. I don't know if you heard me, but I broke both of these cabs.
Oh man, I am getting sleepy, and we have been going for 2.5 hours, so I'm almost thinking we should probably wrap it up.
Well, cool. I'm glad y'all came. I had a good time. I, like I said, I'm really happy. I was able to finally do this with you and show you. I hope
Heck
it
yeah.
helped you out, Jay. I hope I
Yeah.
showed you
Yeah, that's
what I said
awesome.
I
Now
would.
I'm definitely gonna be doing a lot better job on my wiring.
It's just you can do a nice, clean, tight job. It takes time to do it. Like I said, we could go a lot faster than this if I wasn't dicking around and talking and whatever. If you were just meant to sit down and do it, you could do it a lot quicker.
Heck yeah.
Thanks, Brian. I'm glad you think so.
Yeah.
Later, Kenny. Thank you, crones and crawlers there.
Thank you very much, Ron.
All right, M Dub. I want to see yours. He's gonna paint his up, so that'll be really cool.
Yeah.
I leave mine like the color he sends them because I'm trying to showcase Brandon's work. I want people to be able to see the quality of what he does. I mean, to me, that's pretty sweet right there. I mean, the reflection, but it's flat, and I don't know. I like his stuff,
Yeah.
and I want people to see. And then, yeah, you can sand it out, paint it, make it look beautiful,
Yeah.
and you know,
Yep. Well, thanks, Derek. Thanks for coming out.
thank you very much, Dirk. Ron Allenby, thank you very much.
Yep. Oh man.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this with y'all, and I really enjoyed being able to bring something that was worthwhile that you could use. Oh, and one last thing, any of you that are still there, if you've ever seen these sitting at the like hobby store or whatever, it's so you can like pinch, get your wire and then have it propped up, hands free and whatever. It's a different way of doing the hands free, but they look really nice. They're pretty cool. But I bought 3 sets of them, and 2 of them have had this piece. Where's the camera? Had this ring thing come detached, and then it's just
Yeah.
another set of tweezers. And
Right.
while they're nice, it's not what you paid for.
Yeah.
These things, as big and clunky and whatnot as it is, it works, and you got a magnifying glass. It's got a sturdy base. You can position it where you want. I would go with this.
Yeah.
These are cool. They look cool. Oh boy, but it's a waste of money in my opinion. And 2 out of 3 broke for me.
Right.
Wow, that rhymed.
See you, Tony. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, just hit me up whenever on Messenger when you want to come out again. That'd be kind of cool.
Thanks, Tony.
Definitely. That'd be awesome. Freaking cool. All right, guys. We will see you in the morning for tomorrow's Follow the Leader Sunday.
James Conant said thanks for the tutorial and that he'll put it to use in his full-size trucks. And yeah, man, this works for any wiring. And I was glad to help you. Cool. Peace.
All right, guys. See ya.